Hello guys, welcome to Age Fashion Up channel. My name is Miss Abisola. You can remember that during our last lecture, I taught you guys how to cut and how to sew a short trouser. And this morning, we are going to cut a blouse. We are going the blouse. Let me just give you an illustration on the blouse I want to cut for this morning. So I'm cutting a simple blouse, the way I used to call it. But today the blouse is somehow different. I'm cutting an off-shoulder wrap blouse. So if you are new to our channel, please kindly like and subscribe. And if there's any question that you want to ask concerning the previous lecture or concerning the previous class I hit, you can drop your question on the comment section. Welcome to the practical aspect. So we are making use of this paper instead of the fabric to do for the cutting of the off-shoulder wrap blouse I want to cut. These are the basic measurements that I'm going to use for the cutting of my wrap blouse. So firstly, we are going to fold our paper into two, as I've already folded. Then after folding, so you are cutting a kind of wrap top. So I'm cutting my front first. So now I've already folded into two sided with this way. So you can, there are different methods of cutting this, but what me I'm going to do, I'm going to cut my back first. So you can see I've already folded. Then now I don't want to waste my paper, so I have to refold. I have to refold into two ways like this, because for right now my back will not have joining, so that's why I tried to refold it again, so it will give me exactly the length that I want to cut. So I'm making use of 10 for the wideness of the body. So if you can check, this is exactly 12 and a half, so I'm good to go with the wideness here. Then if you can know that it's an off shoulder, so in that aspect I do not need to measure for my back. So what I'll do first is I have to measure for the inches that I want to use for my sleeve. So I'm making use of 5 inches for the deepness of my sleeve. Then from then I will measure my half length. So I want to reduce the sleeve, so I'm making use of 4 instead of 5. So this is for the half length here, 13. So this is for my 13. So I'll try to make a straight line, so I'll know where my half length laps. Then after the already know this 4 is already for the sleeve since it's an off shoulder. So now I'll come to this side to measure for my armpit. So my armpit I'm making use of 7 inches. So this is for the 4 above. Then I'll come to this side and mark for my armpit line. So you can see this for my armpit line for the back. So I'm still on my back measurement. Then for my bust here, I'm making use of 10 inches. Then for the waist, I'm making use of 28 divided by 4 plus 2, that is 9 inches. So this for my 9. So this for the wrap, but I have to add half inches to my half length because of the sewing. So this is my half inches. So this is practically the half length I'll be using now. So this for the half inches here. So this for the after, then I'm going to cut this place out. So I'm cutting it out. So this is for my back. I'm going to name it my back. Then after cutting for my back, then if I want to cut for my front, I have to place my back on another line. Yes, this for my back here. So now I can see that what is here is likely not to be enough for the wideness I need. So in that aspect, I have to open the paper and go for the side that I think it will be more okay for the wideness of the front. Since it's a wrap blouse, you know, I have to leave excess at the front side of the blouse. So that's what I'm trying to fold. So you see I've folded, then I'll place my back. This is the center of my, this is the side. So here I'll have to place my side at the side here, so I can see that it doesn't even give me the wideness I want. So I have to place it like this. So can see that give me, let me measure, at least I need like 5 inches wideness for the overlap that I want for make use of. You can see that it's even more than 5. You can decide to make it more than 5. You can make it up to 8 depending on the choice. But for me, I want to make use of 7 inches for the overlap. But this is the center of my dress at the front here, so that I will not make mistake when I'm cutting out. So this for it. So after getting it, so I want to separate the whole paper from the normal paper here. So it's something you can just decide to cut it out. I'm making use of this for my front, while this for my back. So I've already placed the back on the line that I want to use. What you have to do, you have to get for the center of the front. So this is the center of my front here. I will use my ruler to rule for the center of my front like this. Then I will not, after running, right, to make me a sign. Then after, I can start to input the neck, because I've already go for the wideness. So this is the center of my back, so this is where my neck is going to start from. So now I want to make use of 2.5 inches for the wideness of my neck. Then I'm making use of, for the neck of my back, I'm making use of 1.5 inches, because I don't want my back to be too deep. So I'm making use of round neck for my back. So this is how it's going to look like. Mine there, I would like, it's an off shoulder blouse, so I'm making 4 inches for the sleeves. So why I'm making use of 7 inches for my armpit. But since an off shoulder blouse, I do not want the armpit to be too deep, so I'm reducing it by 1 inches. So I'm making use of 6 here. So this for the armpit here. So for my wideness of my body, so it is 10 inches wideness. So this is why the 10 inches is. So for the deepness, I'm making use of 1.5 inches that way. So now this is for my neck. So I have to cut out the armpit of both my front and my back. I have to cut it together. So this is the for my wife. So from this neck here, I'm going to measure 3.5 inches here. So I will know where to start connecting from my back. So the deepness of my armpit here, I'm going to connect up to this side. So as you can see, I've already connected. So I'm going to cut it out. So I'm done with my armpit cut. So for the neck, since the wideness have to be the same, so I have to cut for the wideness together. So we have to be very careful. So this is for my wideness. So this is for the neck of my back. So I'm done with the cutting of the neck. So from here now, if you already know, this is the extension of my overlap. So from here now, I will try to connect here. From this place, I will extend to the ends. You can see now. So if I'm cutting for my, it depends on the deepness of the neck. So I do not want my own neck to be too deep, so I'm making use of 2.5 inches for my deepness also here. But if you're making use of 3 or 4 inches, it depends. Then if you want to connect, you have to connect down here. You have to, but it have to start from this wideness. Just try to connect like this to this end here. So that's just how it is going to look like. But for me, I don't want a too deep neck, so I'm going for the first one. So I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to cut it like this. You can see, if you want to use round neck, you can make use of round neck. So but this, I'm not making use of round neck, I'm making use of V neck. So that's the way it's going to look like. So be careful of the wideness so that it will not go beyond, sorry, I did not cut from the down, so it will not go beyond the wideness of the neck. Yeah. So this for my front, as you can see. This is how my front is going to look like. So you can see this for the you can see that the deepness of the neck is not too wide. Should in case if you want the deepness to be too wide, it's something that you can just place back your paper like this. You can see. Let me use the one that I've chopped. You can place your paper together like this. After placing it together, you can extend your line like this way. Let me extend it so that you can see what I'm trying to explain. You can see that I'm still following the line that I wrote. You're not here, we are stopping right here. So you can see how it looks like. So just have to place it. If you can see this where I knot, the one I knot, you have to place at the center of here. You can see that the neck is wide now compared to the first one that I cut. You can see that it's more wide now. So if you want it to be wide again, you can still if you want it to be deep, sorry, that's it, you can still extend the deepness of the hand. But if you want the neck to be wide, that means you have to increase the wideness of your neck. But I don't want my own neck to be more wider than this. Then you have to be conscious of this part, because this part that you knot, it have to overlay on each, and you can see that it's overlay. So that's how it forms the neck for me. You can see. So this is how the back is going to look like. You can see this is how the back is going to look like. So this is for my front. This is for the front cutting. This is for the. So you have to be careful. Yes, you can see that it overlays. Yes, it will not be more than one side compared to the side. So this is going to, the wrap is going to look like. So with this part, so join us on the next class where I'm going to explain how you are going to go with the processes of joining the sleeve and the rope for the overlapping dress. Thank you very much for watching. Please then don't forget to like and subscribe on our channel. Then if you ask any question concerning this class at hand now, please drop your questions on the comment section. Thank you. Bye bye.